Hey guys, this is Lady Lee from ladyleeshome.com. In this video we are going to plant some garlic. I will walk you through the process. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. The soil in this bed is already ready for planting. The bed is 4 feet wide by 70 feet long, and we can fit about 500 cloves of garlic here on a grid of 8-inch spacing. You can probably plant garlic on a smaller spacing, like 6-inch is fine, but since this is new soil, we wanted to make sure that we don't plant too many plants. So we're going for 8-inch by 8-inch, and what you can see us doing here is using a torch and a grid template that we made from simple plywood to burn holes in the weed cover. To make sure that my rows, we're doing 5 rows of garlic in this 4-foot bed. To make sure that my rows are straight, I am placing the grid so the center, the 2 holes that are in the center line up with the green line that goes down the center of this 6 feet weed cover. Next, we're going to cut the end of the weed cover, and it's really easy to do it with the torch. It also seals the end of the fabric, so this way it does not fray. This took us a little bit of time to do, burning the holes and preparing the weed cover. A good important tip that I want to give you is try to do it on a day that is not a windy day, and make sure that the fabric or the cover is dry. We did it early in the morning, and the weed cover was kind of wet and it was a little hard to burn. Next, we remove the cover for a minute to set up the drip irrigation. The lines for the irrigation are going to run under the weed cover. We are getting all of our irrigation supplies and the weed cover from a company called Berry Hill Irrigation. They're out of Virginia, and they are a really great, amazing company with many people that are very willing to help you figure out all this stuff that can sometimes be complicated. I will place a link to Berry Hill in the description of the video below. Once the drip tape is in place, we cut the ends to fit the length of the bed and connect the end caps on there. Then we turn the water on to test the lines. Now it's time to replace the weed cover on top of the bed. We want to make sure that each of the lines of the drip lines runs between 2 rows of garlic. So we have 5 rows and 4 irrigation lines, so they should fit right between the 5 rows of garlic in the bed. We use agriculture staples to staple the cover to the ground to hold it in place. make the planting holes, we are using a auger drill bit for planting to make the holes and pretty much going down the bed. For garlic, we're making the holes about 3-inch deep. This year we're planting 2 varieties of garlic, Transylvania and Music. One of them is a hardneck variety and the other is a softneck variety. On the blog there is a blog post that explains in more details the right way to plant garlic, the times of the year, and actually how to place them in the ground. I will link to the blog post in the description of the video. One last thing to do, and that is to cover the planting holes with some compost. We're basically doing this by hand and just sweeping the compost down the bed to make sure to cover all of the garlic cloves. After the first rain, you might need to go and check that the soil didn't settle too much. If it did, then there might be a need to go back and add a little bit more compost in each hole. A 1,000 cloves of garlic are in the ground. We have about 500 to 600 more to go, so maybe another bed and a little bit. I hope this video was helpful to you, maybe gave you an idea of how to plant garlic on a larger scale. Make sure to check the blog posts and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok for updates on what's happening with this garlic. Thank you for watching.